Another beautiful day in Colorado, and we've got 2 trailers and a truck, Kent, which means we're doing what?
The Gauntlet HD.
And what truck did you bring today?
It's a 2014 Ram 3500 HD dually.
And that means under the hood?
6.7 Cummins diesel.
And about a month ago, you and Nathan took the brand new Silverado 3500 HD up the Gauntlet, did it in just under 10 minutes. Actually, a second under 10 minutes with the exact same load. So the question is, can the Cummins top that? Can we get to the top of the Eisenhower Tunnel in under 10 minutes? You think we can?
Yes, it's going to be close.
All right, and that is coming up next on the Fast Lane Truck. You guys know what's under the hood. It's a 6.7 liter turbo diesel Cummins that puts out, oh my gosh, 850 pound-foot of torque and 385 horsepower. And since this is the big boy setup, it's paired to a 6-speed Aisin automatic transmission. All right, Kent, we're about to pop out of the tunnel here. We're hauling like the big boys.
This truck is such an excellent trailering truck. I'm really impressed with it. I mean, even visibility, the nose, the hoods, the fenders, they drop off, so you got great visibility, even though it's got the largest fenders of the 3 Detroit brands. It also has the largest reach of the mirrors.
How wide are we?
We are 8 feet wide on the fenders of the truck. We're 8.5 fender to fender on the trailers.
So like a semi.
So we're like a semi. We're 65 feet long. We're like the big boys.
All right, and just like the big boys, we need some big boy braking because this is 7% grade, the steepest allowable in America on an interstate. And tell me about this brake that we got, this exhaust brake.
This one is on this Cummins diesel. This is 6.7. It's a nozzle type. It slides very well and gets closed very well. I would say it's one of the better ones for exhaust braking. Now it's also louder. This is really like a trucker's truck. There's a semi coming up, so I better give him some room. I got this long of a truck. I've got to have plenty of runway. But this truck, it has electric over hydraulic brakes set up on it, and you actually go into the screen and you decide if it's a heavy trailer, light trailer, either it's electric or electric over hydraulic. And then it also tells you that in your main screen, so you can look like I'm looking at now. It says the trailer brake, everything's connected, shows light, EOH, electric over hydraulic. Just went flying by that semi. And the 6.5 gain, it shows me the gain right in there in a dash. So this is excellent. This is set up so well. The brake controller for manual is right there in my right hand. Right next to that, I've got the
police.
There's a police up here. I guess he wants to talk to me. We've got tow mode switch right next to that. Is the exhaust brake switch right next to that. Is to turn off the parking system.
All right, check it out. Nope, ain't no horses, ain't no cow. Instead, we're hauling water. In fact, 19,250 pounds when you combine both trailers, which is the exact same amount that we had when we did the Silverado 3500 dually about a month ago. The reason we use these old honey containers is because we can fill them with water and exactly control the amount of weight that we have in the trailer.
The grade shifting, you'll hear that pretty soon. I'm going to let it run down the hill a little bit, unless those red flashing lights start up back there.
No, we're fine. We're in the slow lane.
But you'll hear the
for the
exhaust
fast lane
brake.
truck.
Yeah, exactly. And when this gets into a little steeper grade, you'll hear the exhaust brake, you'll hear the grade shifting. And this is, you know, if you like that trucker feel, this is the ideal truck for you. You hear the Cummins a little more in this than you do in the other brands, you hear the exhaust brake a little more. So it gives you that feeling like one of the big rigs.
Do you feel secure with all that weight behind
I do.
us?
I mean, this has got so many controls. I've got excellent brakes. Of course, we've got 4 axles back there behind us helping us slow down also. But we've got great control with the grade shifting, and holds that gear, and then when it needs to, the exhaust brake will shove the engine down to a lower RPM so it can shift down and not shift up, just like some other brands did in the last few years. But the whole setup is ideal for towing trailers. I mean, everything's convenient, the visibility I like. This 2014 Ram 3500 has a 32-gallon tank versus a 36-gallon tank we had last time we ran this with the Chevy 3500. And part of that is because of the size of the DEF tank. The DEF tank takes up some room on that. That's fairly new for Ram. This one has a 5-gallon DEF tank. It's 7-gallon on the cabin chassis, and then that half ton, the 1500, is almost twice that big. So this one, I wish they would have gone to a bigger tank, but that's what we have. Both fill-ups are in the door, which makes it a lot easier to fill up now instead of having to open the hood like the Chevy did. This is a good thing.
I gotta say, maybe they changed the exhaust brake around, because I remember in the last one, there was actually a manual control. In the last Ram, there was a manual control, and you could set how much exhaust brake you wanted. This one doesn't have that.
Well, it's an auto brake. It's got 2 settings.
Yeah.
One actually kicks in, ramps up slower, so it's not as hard, like a jerk on the horses in the back you might be hauling.
Right.
And then there's full exhaust brake. I've got this set at full exhaust brake.
But I'm not hearing it.
Well, do you want me to go faster?
No, don't go faster. I'm just saying,
yeah,
maybe they've quieted it down than the one that we drove last year, because it's the industry is going to much quieter exhaust brakes. I think people who live in these areas appreciate that, and I'm not hearing it.
This has leaf springs plus an air assist, so it's a combination, like a hybrid suspension. And you know, we talked about how it rides kind of rough, and
it's a little bouncy.
I think it's getting a little better. We'll see when we go up the hill. There's some really rough roads in the semi lane, the right lane. We'll see how well it takes that. But it's a new suspension. This is the 3rd version that I've seen, so I know they're tweaking it. And I think air suspension is so important to the industry to be able to keep a trailer level, to keep your braking improved.
And basically, it's just the bags are in the back, right? So it levels the back once you get the thing. There you go.
It doesn't. There you go. That was the grade shift. That was the transmission.
So
there's a Raptor back there. See if I can push him off the road. Oh, I missed him.
Hey, that's a chase truck. We need that guy. But yeah, basically it levels the back so that when you add a heavy trailer like we're doing right now, the tongue weight goes down, air bags pump up, and you're level.
This is that alternative trailer height we talked about, and that's what it does. It when you first hook up a trailer to it, it will drop down, the airbags will fill up, you'll hear the compressor, and you probably won't hear it if you're in the cab, but out here we can hear it. And then it will go up about 1 degree above level, and then when it's settled, it drops down 1 degree, so you're level with the truck. You know, these Rams are pretty tall trucks, so that makes it nice. It stands a little taller than the Chevy we did last. But the ball placement on this is good, and I don't know if you can see in there, but like all of them now, they all have the socket in the bed, which is a big thing for towing. Is not to drape it over the tailgate, but to be able to let the cord lay in the bed and be plugged in. That's a big advantage.
All right, guys, let's talk money. It used to be that once upon a time pickups were inexpensive, long-lasting, reliable transportation, but this particular Ram with the Ison, which is almost $3,000 transmission, plus the Cummins at almost $8,000, is an $11,000 powertrain combo. Heck, you can get a Nissan Versa for that. That's a lot of money, and it's got to be perhaps one of the most expensive heavy-duty powertrain combos you can get. So let's see how that does when we take it up the Ike Gauntlet. All right, gang, here we are heading up the Ike Gauntlet once again. Ike Gauntlet HD, because this is the heavy-duty version, and we stop the clock at the top, and we start the clock right about now. Now keep in mind the Silverado 3500 dually did it in 9.59, just under 10 minutes a second. So the idea is to go wide open throttle all the way up to the top and just measure how long it takes us. Now with 19,000 pounds behind us, we should be maintaining the speed limit. We shouldn't be in any danger of actually exceeding the speed limit. Yeah, we're in the truck lane, and the Ike Gauntlet is a run from Silverthorne all the way to the top of the Eisenhower Tunnel, from about 9,000 to just over 11,000 feet. Keep in mind that we're at about 10,000 right now, which means that we're down 30% in terms of the air density, so that's 30% less power as well. Are you feeling that?
Yeah, and we are 60 miles an hour, so we're wide open throttle. We've got a runway in front of us. We've got some room. We're bouncing around a little bit. And actually, I'm starting to think that this air suspension is learning a few things. I know it's rough, but it's not that much different than what the Chevy did last time.
Let's face it, if you're looking for a road trip vehicle, there is no better road trip vehicle than a pickup. And this Ram is no exception. I mean, everything I touch is soft. There is French stitching. There are every amenity available in a car is also right here at my disposal. Tons of cup holders, tons of room, tons of headroom, which I love. And best of all, this just is a great place to spend a lot of time when trucking down the road. And at $66,000, it better be. It's a lot of money for a heavy-duty truck.
And we're in the rough lane. It's much softer in the middle lane or the left lane. This one's got ruts in it from the semis and a few other things, but we'll run some patchwork up here pretty soon that'll really test the suspension. Yeah, and also this first part of the Ike Gauntlet is really flat, and then all of a sudden, coming up right here, I can see it right in front of us, it kicks up to 7% grade, which is the steepest allowable grade on a U.S. interstate, and that's really where the thing starts to bite. Yeah, I think I can hold, hopefully, I'm not quite to 65 yet, but... I don't think you're going to get to 65. It could be. Yeah, it's slowing down. The GM had a good mid-range boost that it took off on. This kind of lumbers along like a semi does. It's not a race car, but it keeps the power constant. You know, I think trucks are becoming much more car-like, especially the 1500s, the light duty. And now the same trend has happened in the heavy duty, so this feels a lot more like a car. Having said that, though, I have driven this, and out of this and the GM, we haven't driven the new Ford yet. That's just hitting the stores right now, but this and the GM, this is a much more truck-like truck. I mean, the driving experience is certainly more old school, and what I mean by that is it rides a little bit rougher. It steers a little bit more the way you'd expect a truck to steer. You're piloting a big, well, actually we measured it, right? We weighed this thing. It's 8,200 and some pounds. It's a big, heavy vehicle. Yeah, just a truck. So you're piloting a big vehicle, and you can tell there's a lot of weight behind it, even without all that stuff. You're dropping down to 50 miles an hour is where we're at. You guys know this, but hot air rises, and that's why at least last year, is this Ram active air intake. Basically what happens is, instead of taking the air over here where it's hot, there's a shutter down here that opens up and sucks in the cold air, so that this Cummins turbo diesel is getting the most potential power, because colder air is more dense, which means it gives you more power. That's true, and we're over 65 feet long, so we're about a full semi link, and I see somebody slowing down. Semi ahead of us, yeah. Past my first semi. Now we're in the medium lane, not the fast lane. Yeah, I feel that it's quite a bit softer lane. The trucks have beat that other up. You know, they drive out there with chains on, everything else, and the poor trucker lane, they get a beating going up that lane. And just like last time on the HD Gauntlet, going up Eisenhower, we're pulling two trailers just like the HD 3500 Chevy did last time. So we've got about 19,250 pounds following us. And we've got about 2,000 pounds tongue weight, because we've got the weight distributed between two trailers. The gooseneck trailer has electric over hydraulic disc brakes. The rear trailer has electric brakes. So how are your temperature doing, Kent? Now you want me to go through some more of these? Yeah, how are your temperature? There's a truck coming. I can't look at it. No, don't worry about it. You drive. We're averaging 3 mpg up the hill, which is not unusual. No, it's probably not. This kind of a grade, you're exactly right. I mean, these trucks, if you're level, you might get 10 miles a gallon, but when you get in these grades, you lose fuel mileage. And heavy-duty trucks aren't rated by the EPA, so we don't know. And the reason Kent's driving is because he's got his commercial driver's license, and when you're towing this much weight, you have to have your CDL. Yeah, CDL, commercial driver's license.
an extreme test of towing. We got 2 trailers, we got over 19,000 pounds that we're hauling, and let's face it, this truck is capable of how much? What's the?
Oh, this one will go 28,820.
28,000 pounds. That is phenomenal. That is incredible. It wasn't that long ago that would have been something only a semi would have dared.
Yeah, just a couple of years ago, they were all hitting that 23,000 pound range. This is over 7,000 pound more capacity that this truck will pull than the Chevy Silverado HD 3500 we did last.
Look at this. Let's just be quiet for a second. I'll tell you how loud it is in here. Wide open throttle now. Look at that. I'm not sure if you can guys see that, but just 70 decibels. That's incredible. 70 decibels.
That's good. I think the Chevy was 69. But
yes.
We're neck and neck.
Yeah, that's incredible for such an incredible load that we have, that we can be that quiet in here. If you love chrome, you're going to love this Ram. In fact, the Silverado too seems like chrome is back. In fact, this Ram is probably the most truckiest truck of them all. It's butch, it's bold, it's in your face, and my God, is it shiny. Look at all of that chrome. This truck will blind you if you see it in your rearview mirror. This is going to be a really close to what the GM managed to do.
My runway's open. I've got room. I should be able to go right through the tunnel.
Yeah, it should be fine. Now we're at 45 and we're slowing down.
Yeah, we got to hit another gear finally. Now we are in 3rd gear.
All right, well, we're at 9 minutes, and I think we're coming to the end. It's going to be really close. 9 minutes. The clock is winding down. This is exciting, Kent. Are we going to get? Are we going to beat the time? We're at 9:08. Oh my God, it's going to be really close. 9:12. 9:59 is the time we're shooting for, and we are really slowing down. Really slowing down. Oh, I'm holding my breath. 9:22, and the lights are coming. We're really close. Come on, and I'm about to hit it, and boom, there we go. Look at that. 9:38.
Really?
So about 20 seconds faster.
Wow, that surprises me because it kind of lumbers along. You don't feel like a big acceleration. It's just like a constant power, similar to a semi.
9:38.
Wow.
It's really bouncing.
Yeah, that's
53.
Yeah,
what was our average? What do we average? 3.3.
Yeah.
3.3 MPG, 9:38. So we were a little bit faster than
Chevy Silverado HD.
Yeah. Now we just need the Ford. Are you listening, Ford? Are you listening, Michael? That's you. We need the Ford to compare because obviously there's a new version of that that should be available for us to test. So we got to get that one up the Ike Gauntlet. And just want to say thank you for watching, guys. This is a lot of fun to do, and I want to thank Kent, our Mr. Truck expert, and of course Tommy and Chris, who helped us out on this Ike Gauntlet run. A lot of cameras. This is a big production, and we're so grateful that you guys watch and that you enjoy these. And check out tfltruck.com for more truck reviews, more Ike Gauntlet, just all trucks all the time. As always, this is Roman
and Kent,
Mr. Truck, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.